Okie dokie dokie dokie. I'm back in New Zealand. No more hats. No more pre-recorded content. Just content late at night on a Monday with bags under the ice. Thought I could get away with doing content before I had a nap. Turns out I couldn't. Some of this stuff going on the computer. You know those ones where, yeah, that happened. Anyway, so I'm here. I'm creating more content, and I'm talking about a pet peeve of mine today. Don't do this. Don't be one of those people, especially if you're doing this for a business and you're trying to grow your business. Just hear me out on this one, okay? What I'm talking about today is the client who says, "Oh, can't I just, use the microphone on my laptop?" No. No, you cannot just use the microphone on your laptop. And this is why, okay? Because what you're going to sound like,
there's not a lot good going on here, and you can hear the difference when I shift it from my mic to my laptop. This is the classic Zoom. Oh, we're in a Zoom meeting and we can sort of hear what someone's saying. We're not sure if that was a yes or a no or whatever it was, because we haven't got a good microphone. Even more so, look, I can forgive the Zoom meeting, all right? I can forgive that. But what your listeners, if you're doing podcasting or interviews or whatever it might be, what they don't want to hear is some miserable audio. They're going to stop listening or watching your content, and they're not going to be sure why. But I'll tell you why. It's because you didn't have good enough audio quality in the first place. You've got great content, you've got really good things to say, unlike me, and you don't want them to have to turn it off and not know why, because you didn't have good recording in terms of the audio quality, all right? Even video, you can't necessarily get away with, but don't ask me if it's all right this one time if I use my computer microphone. Listen, borrow one, hire one, buy the cheapest microphone that you can find, and it's going to be better than what you're having to listen to right now. So here's another example. There's always a lot of things in the list when it comes to choosing which audio device you're going to use. So on your computer, make sure you check, because now I'm using the webcam microphone. Again, it's a little better than the laptop, but not a lot better. So make sure when you're going to do any recording, particularly on Zoom or anything like that, make sure if you did buy a good microphone, then click the damn thing,
choose the damn thing in the menu, and I just chose back to my mic. Can you tell the difference? I sure hope so, because your listeners can hear that difference as well. Like I said, in a casual meeting, in a quick get together, in a quick whatever it is, a business interaction, you can get away with it. But again, how do you want to be perceived if you're having a meeting over Zoom or over Teams or whatever it might be? How do you want to be perceived by the person who may not have met you yet? What's the first impression? Is he slick? Is he professional? Can I hear him good? Is he on mute? Oops. Hey, unmute yourself. I can't even hear you. But particularly for long form content, for podcasting, for all of those types of things, just do yourself one favor. Do your audience one favor. If you want to grow your product and you want people to hear your awesome stuff, you have to make sure that you're using something other than the microphone on your laptop,
which sounds like this and isn't any good, and it hurts my ears, and it makes it really hard for me to edit. So if you've got a producer or editor, they don't want to hear this. Even your guests, if they can, try and encourage them to get something other than their laptop microphone, other than their AirPods. Okay, try and get them to do something other than that, because they don't want to represent themselves in the way that I am right now with this crappy audio. Whoever they are trying to speak to, they don't want to, if they're a guest on a show, they don't want to necessarily have themselves perceived in a certain way, because they couldn't be bothered going and finding a microphone or borrowing one, or maybe they need to buy one anyway for their own content. They just haven't done it yet. Try and prioritize it. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, as you can hear, ding dong, and we are going
back to the main microphone. I'm going to stop talking now. Rant is over. That's the difference between using, as you can hear, using the laptop mic, the actual mic, and the webcam mic. Make sure you select the right selection, and don't get it wrong, because that sucks when you get it wrong. Bye. That's it for this week. Do everyone a favor, do me a favor, and get yourself any microphone. If you're not sure which one to get, go and look at my other content. And there's cheap, there's middle, and there's expensive. A quick fire a few of my favorites, even if it's the cheapest one in the world. Just do it, and don't let poor audio get in the way of you and your product and your audience. Bye.